Came out here hoping to get some fresh air because I was so hot and stuffy in my room last night. It's already getting really warm out here right now. So I do not plan on drinking my tea out here. That was the first time in about a month that I've like navigated anything in the kitchen. I've been so sick chronically. This is so weird because the last time I tried to do a vlog was probably over a couple months ago. I was trying to do a little Easter vlog. I haven't even began to edit the last vlog because I am just so sick. And I don't even remember if I touched on this in the last vlog. But I'm literally sitting in the car while hubby looks for some after Easter sales to get the kids because I don't feel good. I just can't imagine myself walking around in the store right now. Okay, hubby grabbed all these things for all three of our kiddos. Did Daddy get good things, puppy? And I'm gonna have some fun putting it all together. Okay, and then everybody gets a Kinder Eggy. The girls' look more full because their stuffy took up so much more room. But his is cute because he got Snoopy. Look at that. He's really cute. He's so happy. Also, there's a wasp caught on this sticky trap and its wings are vibrating and it's really gross. But today is my chosen birthday. It's just a little bit unfortunate because recently hubby switched back to working weekends so that he could be home more during the week to help support me and the rest of the family. That has been good and bad because that means I can get into these doctor appointments that I've needed to finally get on meds that I need. On the other hand, each appointment takes more and more out of me because I'm in severe autistic burnout right now. It's been unbearably too much and I keep having autistic meltdowns that literally feel like my world is ending. Time has felt so weird for me, but I probably need to hurry this up and go get back into my bed, but yeah, I'm exhausted just sitting here. So about about a month ago now, my primary care doctor gave me a beta blocker for my POTS. And the first couple days I was like, this is amazing. I can shower without crashing. I can finally rest when I'm laying down. And then day 3 and especially 4, it was very clear that I was having a full systemic flare because the beta blocker made my mast cell activation syndrome so much worse. So I probably had about 20 safe foods that I could still regularly eat without risking a flare. And after the beta blocker, it dropped. I guess I was still trying to eat as normal as I could, but what was happening was I was flaring every day, and that was causing rapid weight loss. And in less than a week, I lost 5 pounds. And at this point, I finally had my allergist appointment. I knew this appointment was going to be bad for me. So I literally was laying in my tent. That's become like my safe zone, or at least my try to be, escape and get away from danger. And so I laid in my tent all morning, paralyzed. I couldn't move, I couldn't get ready. I asked hubby to wheelchair me in, and yeah, the appointment went, it was going horribly. My MCS was so bad at this point that I was worried I was going to start having anaphylaxis from foods. And my doctor was starting to just talk about doing lab work to confirm that I had MCAS. And I was like, no. I basically told him how to do his job, and I'm like freaking out at him. I mean, at least he didn't write in my notes that I was uncooperative and angry like my PCP did a week later. I'll get to that. Tidy up the allergist appointment, that in the end, he did give me the medicine that I was after and said, if you can get in and do these labs, great. If not, that's fine too. I'll meet you inside. So this is my cart. Right now it's got some snacks on it to help me through the day when hubby isn't here to help me get food. He was really sweet and is sharing his crackers with me because he's been trying to do keto. This is one of the medicines that I have to take, and I'm supposed to do it 4 times a day, but right now, if Jason isn't home, I'm too tired to take my morning dose. But it's literally this, and it's basically an acid, and I mix it with 4 ounces of water. And I'm supposed to do it, like I said, 4 times a day, and it has been a struggle. I got the meds from my allergist, and that appointment took so much out of me again that it reduced the amount of safe foods that I could eat even further. And at this point, I knew that crackers were still safe, bread was still safe, and I could eat a little bit of chicken still. That was it. That was all I felt safe doing. I tried some other foods and I would flare or have stomach pain or something. So I couldn't even get my meds into me for a while. And at this point, I started losing even more weight. And in total, I lost almost 10 pounds in a couple of weeks. Unfortunately, I say unfortunately because I've gained like 30 pounds in the past 2.5 years because of the stress. And I've just wanted to get it off of me, but haven't been able to. But I've gained about 5 of that back, which is good because I was basically dehydrated and malnourished. I still am malnourished because I noticed that I was losing muscle mass. Yeah, we actually bought me a wheelchair. I've used it once so far. Maybe part of my birthday, if I feel up to it, maybe hubby could take me for a walk later. I don't know. So I was basically dehydrating and starving because I couldn't get the meds into me. That med stabilizes everything it touches, basically. So my throat and into my digestive system to help stabilize so that I can start eating food again and not flare from it. But I couldn't get it into me. And at this point, I was like, I don't trust my doctors, because then the next week after the allergist appointment, I went back to my primary care. At first, I was going to ask him for like a nurse to come in and give me an IV and to give me like liquid nutrition, because I was doing so awful and I was so scared that I'd have to end up in the emergency room, and that's a whole another trauma bit. No, I'm going to try and hydrate at home. I was able to hydrate. I kept eating the bread and crackers, and just enough to keep me going. I mean, I'm just laying here in bed all day anyway. I'm not needing a ton of energy. You know, at this point, I'm not doing a lot of talking if I don't have to, because I'm so burned out. So my husband's being my proxy and doing most of the talking. My primary care, I was asking for medicine that I'd already asked him for before, and he told me no then. He basically laughed at us, mocked us for trusting Dr. Google, and said, I can give you this medicine, but I don't think it's going to help you like you think. However, he started saying things like, if it doesn't help, then my next recommendation is that you go see a cardiologist. And in that split second, I was like, I'm out. I had to leave my bedroom from the telecall, and I had to go lay in my tent to try and feel safe because I knew I couldn't do more. So hubby said he went off on a little tangent, and then hubby had to say, no, we can't do any more right now. So he gave me the medicine, and I've been on that one now a solid week because hubby started helping me take this. So I've been on this for like a week and a half. The medicine I asked him for is pretty fast acting, and what it does is puts the brakes on my body producing adrenaline so that I don't stay in that fight or flight mode, so that my system doesn't stay flaring, so that my fibromyalgia doesn't keep firing off pain signals. Like, it helps the RSD sensitivity in my brain from my neurodivergence. And it just was like a well-rounded, like I did research. It was a well-rounded medicine that could help a lot of my entire body's systemic problems. So I laugh because my doctor was like, I don't think it's gonna help you like you think. No, it's exactly done what I needed it to. The only problem at the time of starting to take it was that because I was hardly eating and drinking, I had bradycardia. My sleep heartbeat was 36 when it used to be 55. And even when I would lay in bed awake, I would see my heart rate drop as low as 38, sometimes 37. But normally it would stay 40 to 44, which is still bradycardia. And I kept checking oxygen levels, and I'm like, okay, I'm fine. I'm not dying. It's just I have a really low heart rate, which is what my body needs to rest. And yeah, during those periods, I had such deep restorative sleep. Like I was out. I was knocked out, and it was amazing. It was so amazing. Okay, guys, this is my first cup of peppermint tea in a long time because you guys know I had that ulcer, and I could not tolerate peppermint tea while I had my ulcer. I don't know when the ulcer finally healed. But it did. My new med is slowing down my digestion, which is what I need it to do so I don't keep having diarrhea from all the flaring. Part of my weight loss and dehydration was from all of that, and my body's trying to adapt and get used to these new meds and everything. So remember, this whole time I'm talking to Google because I don't trust my doctors, and it made sense because my stomach had shrunk from, not being able to eat very much. So it kept saying, sip on water and nibble on crackers because we don't want to bloat you really fast and cause a spasm and have more diarrhea. So I kept doing this. And so I went on this really lovely car ride with hubby one afternoon. And then when I go to get out of the car, it was so exhausting to get from the car to here. My legs hurt so bad, my whole body was aching. And then I started to feel like I had the flu, and I was getting cold when it's like 80 degrees outside. And I tell Google, I'm like, I'm starving. My body's starving. I need to eat. I can't just nibble on crackers. This isn't working. So it suggests a few options to slowly introduce. And so hubby made me mashed potatoes that were so runny I could just sip on them. I sip on them. It was amazing. It was delicious. Finally, something other than cracker. Because the cracker earlier that week, I'd gotten so much in there, and with my digestive slowing down, they fermented, and I got so much gas and pain that night that hubby had to run and buy me these baby gas drops because there's like no dyes and stuff in it that could upset my MCAS. I'm like, I can't keep doing crackers and bread. Even though I was enjoying it, I was enjoying having something to eat, right? I'm sitting here worrying about having to edit this vlog because I don't know if I'm to that. And that's why I didn't get a vlog put out around Easter, because I couldn't sit there and edit. So I don't know, I'm gonna do this. You guys see behind me, I have to protect my senses and my input so I don't overload my system with the neurodivergency. And right now my lamp is already like probably too bright. I have constant tinnitus, and if I have too much input or my heart rate starts to elevate, which it's at 80 right now, and my stress levels are high. They're 85 out of 100 just because I'm sitting here. And that's even with having my medicine in. I took it less than an hour ago. So this is why I'm in bed and I lay flat most of the time. And I keep the lights down low or even off. And then if I want a little bit of TV, I keep it quiet. And that's why I was heading outside earlier, because it gets kind of stuffy in here. We do have a HEPA filter over here, but I was hoping for some cooler morning air. Give me a second, I gotta make some adjustments because I need to lay down. Okay, we're gonna give this a try. That's still pretty bright. This is my new dino stuffy Thor. Hubby bought him for me. Maybe it was just after the allergist appointment. I can't. Yeah, it was after the allergist appointment because he had to run and get my meds picked up. And then while he was there, he found Thor for me. And I keep him up here. And then at night, I rest my arm on him. You guys know Dakota. She's still here. In fact, she had a bath. 2 days ago, because I got my first cup of decaf. We went to Starbucks and I got me a caramel macchiato because I was like, I really need something to make me feel happy. And then I ended up spilling on her and me before I could even have a taste. But anyway, so we're back to the night where Google suggests that I need to stop talking to Google, but it's really hard when you don't have anyone in your life to talk to. Well, I take a sip and I'm like, it's good, and I get it through me. And then it was pretty quick after I was done eating those potatoes that I had to run to the bathroom. And I try to talk to Google about it, and at this point, it was so blasphemous that I was like, okay, I'm done talking to you. And I said to hubby, I'm like, fuck this. Let's go get a burger. I went to Carl's Jr., got their sourdough burger. It was incredible. I ate all of it. My body felt so good, like so fast, getting actual food in me. And that night, my resting heartbeat, well, actually, even before I went to sleep, I started noticing that my resting heartbeat wasn't as low anymore. Imagine that, right? And then, my sleeping heart rate is still pretty low. It's at 39. But not the 36 that it was. I began eating again, and this is when my weight started coming back on. I've been eating literally anything, and for the most part not having any problems. Like, I've been taking the meds long enough, thank God, that I can eat food again. And so that's why I went and got a coffee. It's now my chosen birthday. I keep circling around that. And for over a year now, I've been wanting this doll kit. You guys, I don't know how many times I've told you that I'm done getting dolls. It's a doll that I've had before. However, I could not bond with the doll due to the artist's work. So I gifted the doll to family, got a different doll to replace that one, and I moved on. But every once in a while, I found myself wishing I could have that doll. And it was sold out on Bountiful Baby for a really long time. And then sometime last year, a lady was selling the blank kit on Mercari, but she was asking like $120 for it. And I couldn't justify that, so I let that go. And lately I've been thinking about her again. And I saw that she's back on Bountiful Baby, and being Father's Day today, they have really good sales. Everything's 40% off. Oh, for a second I thought that I'd already ordered her. God, my brain. No, that is my question right now. I literally stayed up till about 4 o'clock in the morning thinking about her, weighing the pros and cons. I didn't want to rush into buying her. I mean, I haven't. I've been thinking about this for a while, right? I know I won't be able to paint her, and that might be something I can aspire to do later when, hopefully, if I'm feeling better. I don't know what it's going to take for me to feel better. I'm so worried this is my new baseline. I have sat in bed and painted before, but the thing is like even sitting up is exhausting. So I was like kind of thinking about it in my head, like if I never felt better, maybe I could literally do one layer at a time, for like I do the creases in one day and stop, and that's all I do. Like I would have to really drag it out to paint her. So I've decided that I do want her. And I even had AI put her face on these dolls, or not, they were just not dolls, actual babies, because they're advertising the clothing that they're wearing. So I had AI put her face on these babies so I could visualize, because that's the plan, is to get her, not paint her, put her together so I can hold her and change her. And I've already started thinking of some name options. I'm leaning towards Raven. No middle name, just Raven, I think. The only thing stopping me was asking if there was enough money in our budget for hubby to help buy her for my birthday. Otherwise, I had enough money set aside that I could get her. So hubby gave me the green light that I can buy her, and now I'm like, I'm scared. And I haven't processed why that is. Because there's always that pull of what you can't have, you want, right? But when something keeps you up till 4 a.m., that's not impulsive. That's you wanting something that maybe could give you a break in the storm, some joy when it's been so awful. I want her. I've already imagined holding her and putting cute outfits on her. Then I just have to figure out physically where I'm going to keep her. There is room in this bassinet with Nyla and Brody, but I don't know. So now that I have the green light to buy her, I'm scared. And I think it's the simple thing of when we've had so much misery for so long, it becomes hard to let happiness come in, because when happiness does come in, it doesn't stay very long. And that's scary, to want to let anything in, to taste that joy again, and just to have it gone again. It's really hard. I guess I should go purchase her. You guys, it's so humid in my room right now. I think that's part of what kept me awake last night. And then with being awake, my mind just races and thinks about things. Hubby bought me these cereal cups while he's at work, and I am pretty hungry. It's like 11:30, but I'm also really tired. I've only gotten 5 hours of sleep, but even with only 5 hours of sleep, my body battery charged over 90%. I was really shocked that it got that high with only 5 hours of sleep. So I'm just gonna eat these. I have ordered her. It's official. I really gotta think of a way that I can edit this vlog and get it uploaded. It's probably gonna be imperfect. I don't know if I'm gonna have my intro and outro on it. I've gotta, these are the things that inspire me and keep me moving and keep me grounded and keep me focused and give me joy back in my life. I gotta talk about this. This is a really cute thing that we've been doing. So this is gonna be really hard to see, but you can see there's that light patch right there. That's a bag of glow stars. So we've been slowly putting stars on the ceiling, or rather, hubby has been. Looking back, I'm trying to decide if it was a panic attack or a meltdown. And I think it was a panic attack, because usually my meltdowns, I try to run away, versus panic attacks, I just get real small and just stay put. So one of my panic attacks, hubby was really awesome. This is Winnie the Pooh, and it's weighted, but this is a newer one that hubby gave me. I mean, he's old compared to to Thor, but he give me both of them to hold, and he helps ground me and ask me questions. That's what it was. It was a panic attack because I could answer the questions. If it was a meltdown, I couldn't answer questions. That's the difference. Okay, there it is right there. I figured it out. So the panic attack, he calmed me down, and then he talked about glow stars, and this like helped me even age regress just a little bit. He say, what if we get some glow stars and each day we put one on the ceiling? And so that's kind of what we're doing. And these glow stars, I'll see if I can get video of it, but they're holographic as well, so in the light they're kind of shimmery, and yeah, they glow really good at night. So that's been a very fun addition between all the muck in my life. I'm very Winnie the Pooh and dinosaur obsessed. My youngest bought me this. See him up there on my books with Piglet too. Just really cute little decoration there. There's that Winnie the Pooh over there. I'm not sure if I ever talked about that little squishy thing. But yeah. Okay, I just woke up from, was it really only an hour? It was probably longer than an hour, but my watch only tracked an hour. It was probably closer to 2 hours. I don't know. I really needed a nap because didn't sleep last night really. So I'm just trying to fresh up right now. I've already done a little bit of a face scrub because I had all this dry skin, and I've put some concealer underneath. I use dry shampoo and baby wipes to help keep me clean between showering, because showering is really exhausting. So I do it when I absolutely have to. I've been using Husk. This is not my favorite smell of dry shampoo, but I love how well it works. All right, let that sit for a little bit. My mouth is really dry. It's getting better, but one of the side effects from my meds is cotton mouth. I think it's mostly gone away. I don't know if you can hear my filter. It just kicked on because I sprayed. Gonna put a little bit of my Pond's on my face after that face scrub. My youngest made a cake for me yesterday, and she just spent the afternoon decorating it. It's gonna be, well, it is. It's been made. It's a strawberry and then some cream cheese frosting and strawberry frosting. I'm gonna put a little bit of this C&P Laboratory lip stuff. This is expensive. It's like $16 for this little thing. This is in the flavor a caramel latte. It's very lightly flavored. It's not over heavy, but you just twist it and a little bit comes out the top. I'm gonna grab my brush and brush through that dry shampoo. You can hear my hair is really staticky because last time I washed it, I didn't put any conditioner in it. It was really an exhausting shower. I cannot stand up right now, so a bath shower sitting down. Didn't have time to condition. I just needed to get out and get back to bed. Okay, the last two things. Just gonna fill in my eyebrows a little bit. I was thinking about putting a little bit of bronzer and blush, but I don't want to I'm starting to get really tired sitting here. I need to lay back down already. This is already a lot for me to do. I just wanted to look a little bit more alive for my chosen birthday. It is already 4 o'clock. Hubby should be home a little bit after 6, I think. Yeah, I'm really tired. I had a hard time wanting to wake up. Like, my body was starting to come back to consciousness. And I'm like, what are you doing? We could sleep another hour or 2 and be totally fine. Even when I'm this sick, my body has a hard time of just sitting and resting. And especially where I've been able to start eating foods again, foods that I haven't been able to have in over a year because of the ulcer I got. It like starts putting all of this life and these sparks into my thoughts, and it's like I want to do these things, but then I remember my body is still really sick, even if my mind is starting to relax a little bit and find hope again. So yeah, next bit is gonna be some birthday dinner and cake, I guess. Yeah, exciting. I'm so bummed. I found this really great app for my phone so I can lay in bed and edit my vlog. And then hubby gets home, dinner is done, and I realize I've got a headache. So I have to even pace myself, even though I've found a way to still be a creator, but staying in bed where I can rest. Except I wasn't resting and I didn't realize. So I've got Tylenol in me. Hopefully it kicks in, and then I'm gonna go out and have some dinner. Before I head out there, I've got to take this little guy. It's similar to the medicine I mix into the water, only this crosses into the blood-brain barrier, and it works on my entire system to calm the histamines and the mast cells so I don't get itchy, I don't get hives, I don't get rashes, I don't get all of those things, and I can eat my food.
Birthday.
Closer. Can you sing, right? You imagine that?